How to use journals. Hey Dave, are you working on an assignment? Have you done your research? Do you need any help? Go on. You're not sure what a journal is or how to find articles in journals. What are journals? A journal is like a magazine in that it is a publication which comes out regularly. In the case of academic journals, this tends to be 4 or 5 times a year. An individual edition, or issue, of a journal typically contains around 6 to 8 articles. There may also be other types of writing. For example, in non-science subjects, you may find comparative book reviews. Journal articles are longer than magazine articles, and they are more academic. An article in a journal will have references to other academic work, like you find in a book or in students' essays. They are written by academics for academics. For this question, let's ask an expert.
Well, Dave, you can use some magazines and you can also use newspaper articles. With any resource, you have to look at each on its own merits. In general, though, articles in academic journals are more academic and therefore more appropriate in academic work. They are more in-depth and more about analysis rather than description. Anyone can publish in academic journals, but it tends to be academics and people doing research in a particular field, such as medicine. These people have the specialist knowledge which enables them to contribute new knowledge about the topic they are writing about. You've got it, Dave. Articles in journals do reflect on previous writings on a subject, but they are always contributing something new as well. Most academic journals have a process called peer review, where articles are sent to people who know about the topic, who make suggestions, or point out the errors. Many articles that are submitted to journals are rejected, either because they contain errors or because they are not original or sufficiently interesting. Some journals only publish a very small proportion of the articles that are submitted to them. They are popular and can afford to be choosy. I hope that answers your questions, Dave.
You would use an academic journal for your research because they are more in-depth, contain specialist knowledge, contribute to existing knowledge, and provide up-to-date information. Searching for journals and journal articles. Each subject will have journals that are well known in the field for consistently publishing high-quality and influential articles. Look out for what the academics on your course are recommending. Or ask your academic liaison librarian. So, journals are published several times a year and have longer essays which have academic references, and these will include other useful journal articles to read. There are lots of ways to find journal articles, which can make it confusing. If you're new to it, try searching the Articles in More tab in Library Search. All you need to do is type in your keywords. The results are limited to journals that the university has a subscription to. This helps to keep things straightforward. Or you can use Google Scholar. You can find journal articles on most topics here and explore a broad variety of articles. If you add University of Westminster in the settings, Google Scholar will automatically link to the university subscriptions. It's unlikely that you won't find anything using Library Search and Google Scholar. However, whether you find anything or not, you should also consider using a specialist database associated with your subject. Ask your librarian about what databases are useful for the topic you are researching. For this question, let's ask an expert.
You should explore the vocabulary associated with the topic you are researching and use that vocabulary to search databases. When you are using a database, try to find out the subject it covers, the date range, and how much is available online in full text. Look specifically at what types of material is covered and whether there are options to limit your results to scholarly material. You know, Dave, written by scholars. In other words, academic journals rather than magazine or newspaper articles. Don't feel you have to read everything that is available on the topic you are researching. If you have a specific research question, this helps, as you can read with a specific purpose. You should also think about currency, reliability, authority, and point of view or purpose of the articles you read. Reading scholarly material is not like reading a novel. You do not have to read every word. Most experienced researchers will read the abstract first to assess whether the article is going to be relevant to their research. Pay particular attention to the introduction and then move straight to the discussion or conclusion. These are important parts of any article because they set out the topic and summarise what is being discussed. Good luck with your coursework, Dave.
In summary, does this help with all your journal woes, Dave? The more you use journals, the more you will become familiar with them. Most academics regularly look at new issues of their favorite titles. Just remember, a journal article builds on research. Try using bibliographies and reading lists to find out about useful articles. And finally, use a database, library search, or Google Scholar to search for articles. And if in doubt, ask your librarian for further help.